Hey everyone, hey kids. I'm gonna show off something to you kids, so you'll be very happy to see this. Okay, so I'll go to Custom Web API, and then this one is I'll go to Custom Web, right? And oh no, oh yeah. Okay, so let's copy this and put are going to CD to that location. Then we're gonna open Visual Studio Code. Okay, oops. Oh, where's my Visual Studio Code? Alright, so here's my Visual Studio Code. So let's close everything. Okay, so what I'm gonna show you here is how to um, generate menu dynamically in Angular. So the navigation menu it will be basing from the routes instead of um, statically defining it or building it somewhere. We'll get it from the route, and we this is very useful also, like for example you want your application to be very dynamic. We can make a route builder that will pull from an API that is retrieving from a database, build the routes for you, and then on that route the your web app is going to build the menu navigation based on the route that was generated from the backend. So that is some of the use cases of this thing that I want to show. Right. So without further ado, I am using auth0 to for authentication, and then my setup here is I provide router here. This provide route is like the default um, route. Um, if you can find anything, it will redirect you to the root URL. So that is the purpose of this. And this one here is for retrieving the menu from an API, and this one here is the definition of my auth0. And in our API, the API is just very simple. It's going to give what is the apps that are available or pages that are accessible by the user. So for example, if the user has all this navigation, so all of this um, navigation will appear. Like for example, um, if the API is going to respond with all of this string here, um, let's see this in action. .NET run, and then this one here is ngserve. Alright, so let's check this. Okay, so let's refresh. Try again. So we got the Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And as you can see here, it displayed the Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. If I click Uranus, Neptune, I'm not sure if you can see it clearly. I click Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Alright, so it's working. And if I want to only display Jupiter and Neptune, if I comment this out and I rerun this .NET API, let's refresh that. It's going to only give me Jupiter and Saturn. And um, if I only want for example, Saturn, and then run this again, refresh, and there you go. I only have Saturn, and it gave me the Saturn component. And how I did that is, um, I think, yeah, we need to log out. All right. So I haven't put a logout button for our Angular application. So let's do that. Let's put a button here called logout. Let's put a click event here. It will call the logout method. So we want to put that here, logout, and then we're going to use the auth zero auth service to terminate. Oops, is it clear? Logout. Yeah, logout. Logout. So is this an observable? Yeah, it's an observable. So let's subscribe to it, and then result data. Boom, 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 boom. Right. So let's refresh. Let's log out. It's logged out, and then it goes back to the auth zero login page. That is because in our component, this is where we put our this is where we authenticate our user. So if it's not authenticated, it will redirect to the auth zero splash login page. And if not, then it will go get the apps that are available for this user and then build the route. So our route will be built. So if it has Jupiter, it will push Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. And yeah, I think this one here is if the path is like the one that we defined in our default here to redirect here, and if it detect that it's the root, it will redirect to the default application. So the default application will always, for now, this is going to get the first index of the apps array, but we can make it so that instead of this only display uh, returning string array of string, we can return an object array of objects where we can set which one will be default or not. Yeah, and yeah, so if it can find anything, this is going to reset the router. So it's going to, if the path if there's no match for URL matching in our routes, it will go to the default app or the default route. And then it will reset the router and then create this one here is going to create um, the the navigation URL, because if you don't do this, it's not going to give select or display the component that that route was assigned to. Like okay, so let's see this in action. So let's log in. See, this is Saturn, right? Saturn works, and if we don't have that, see, it's only Saturn. The component didn't show up. So this is the magic that I added that solved my issue. I think I've spent like 5 hours more and a lot of Duterte videos and in the Congress to finish it. And there you go. This is very This achievement is equivalent to the Starship Heavy rocket of SpaceX. Um, Return to launch um, what do you call that? Flight or something. All right, so that's it. Yeah, we did it. Take care, guys. We have to go somewhere, and I'll just see you around. All right, cool. Thanks. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Ding 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 ding.